Yesterday, Senator Kirsten Gillibrand announced that she would no longer be taking corporate PAC contributions in the future. And just late last night, the same day, she was joined by another, Senator Cory Booker, who tweeted this. I heard from constituents today asking about corporate PAC contributions. I'm joining several of my colleagues in no longer accepting these contributions. Our campaign finance system is broken. I think at Stop Big Money for their work, it's time to pass campaign finance reform. And if you didn't see the announcement yesterday, just for context, Senator Gillibrand said, I will no longer accept donations from corporate PACs, and I wanted to share why I've made that decision. I hope you'll join me in doing everything we can to fight to reform our broken campaign finance system. And she included a video message which we played on the show yesterday. It's online if you want to see it.
Okay, so Booker accepted $1.8 million from business PACs from 2013 to 2018. So this is no small thing. He's given up millions of dollars to do this. And I think
we hope.
Yeah.
Assuming he does it.
Yeah.
But yes, he says he's going to.
No.
He says he's going to.
No, look. I don't want people to get overly skeptical. And I'll tell you what, look, am I going to be naive? No. And yesterday we explained that Gillibrand is still taking other PAC money, union PAC money, single issue PAC money, but look, I would prefer no PAC money, no union money, no nothing, okay? But this is a great start. Right?
Yeah.
And so if she cares about being pro-choice, she wants to take money from pro-choice, and Booker does the same. I understand, I prefer no PAC money, but we're on the road. And do politicians sometimes violate their pledge? Of course!
Greg Gianforte said he wasn't going to.
Exactly the example I was going to use. A Republican ran in Montana, had a progressive populist pushing him, almost lost the race. So in the middle of the race, he was caught, by the way, on a call with his donors, promising them something different than what he was telling the public. He's like, don't worry, I got your back, not the voters. And so he went on and said, me, I'm not gonna take any corporate PAC money, even though I'm a Republican. Good people in Montana, because people in Montana hate corruption, bless their hearts. So, and he's like, no, I'm not taking it. And then he gets into office, he's like, I was just kidding, you idiots. I'm a Republican, of course I'm taking corporate PAC money.
Yeah.
And he started accepting it right away.
Yes.
But for this campaign, it would be a bit shocking if Booker and Gillibrand, et cetera, turned around. So I don't think they will. I don't think they will. And today's a day to celebrate them going in the right direction, okay? And if you think it's because of pressure, great. Then put more progressive pressure on other politicians and continue the pressure on these folks to keep getting better and better. But when you get what you want, like at the end of the Brad Pitt Moneyball. Brad Pitt movie, Moneyball. There's a great line from Jonah Hill where he says, you gotta know when you hit a home run. Okay, so this isn't exactly a home run, but it's a solid double, right? So take our double, and yes, don't go home. Keep on fighting, keep on bringing the runs home. But let's keep it real, two significantly establishment figures like Senator Gillibrand and Senator Booker come out and go, no more corporate PAC money. That means we're winning.
Yeah.
That's a great day in America.
Especially with Booker and Wall Street. I mean, I don't know to what extent you can still sort of maybe get around that. But yeah, I like to think that I'm being appropriately skeptical. I'm not being, I don't think, unreasonable skeptical. Some people are handed a victory and they're thinking, they set it on fire. Like, no, you're winning, you fools. So you gotta take that. I don't know if this is a double. I would say maybe in the case of Cory Booker, it's a double. Although he doesn't, I would say it's at least a single. Maybe it's a single and a half. They have those, right? You get halfway and you just stand there. Maybe
that's
they
called
do
an
that pickle
out,
thing.
By the way.
They're doing a pickle between first. I know, but obviously, like not taking corporate PAC donations as big, and we know from his history, it's a multi-million-dollar decision. But there are steps beyond that you can go. I mean, saying we need to reform the system is good. Proposing legislation is better. Supporting a constitutional convention to get money out of politics is better than that.
Yes.
And I would say that even if you're not gonna go that route, the route of what you personally take, it does hit corporate PAC town, but beyond that there's, I will raise money using small donations only from individuals. You could do that, and that cuts out the corporate PACs and a lot of other elements of campaign finance that are bad for the system, or bad for us at the very least.
So look, we started with none. We now have 5 Democratic senators who are taking no corporate PAC money at all.
Let's put that up, just so I can see the names.
Yeah, obviously Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, but Maria Cantwell as well from the state of Washington, and now Gillibrand and Booker. So Are we aware that 4 out of the 5 of those folks are going to run for president in 2020? Yes, we are aware. We follow politics. We're not unaware of that. But good. You know what's, hey, they also supported Medicare for all because they're running for president. Good. And I hope they win and actually do Medicare for all and take money out of politics. And I'm with John, of course, look, this group, End Citizens United, anyone who's working to get money out of politics, wonderful. There's some things written out there about how they support more of the establishment candidates. But if they support establishment candidates to get them to stop taking corporate PAC money, great, okay? I'll know you're for real if you're for Wolfpack and you say, no, we're not playing around. We're getting the amendment. We're not talking about little bills that are gonna lose. We're not talking about, beseeching our Republican friends and getting Mitch McConnell to promise a vote. We're not talking about any of that. We're talking about an amendment, get all the money out and the private financing. And if you gotta go to a convention, go to a convention. Change. But this is the beginning of that, and it's great to see what previously, honestly, just even a couple of years ago seemed unimaginable.
Yeah.
For establishment Democrats to turn around and go, I'm done with corporate PAC money.
Yeah, and look, obviously it doesn't mean, well then let's just never check again. I will literally never look at news about whether he's actually doing it. Obviously you will, but it's one thing to say it's something that they're doing because they're gonna run, and it's another to acknowledge, yeah, I want there to be a lot of things they have to do if they're gonna wanna run. I want them to have to appeal to us. That's the whole point after all. And they actually have to follow through, but first we want to make sure that they know who is going to get them elected. Not just in the general election, but in the primary as well. Cory Booker didn't make it through the primary already. He's not like skating by and then he's going to try to get everybody he can. He knows who he's going to need to get through the primary. Yeah, he might also have to acknowledge who he's gonna have to get through first, who has a better claim to it, but we'll see about that.
Okay, but lastly on this, because it's really important, understand your strength. You were too strong, and that's why these establishment Democrats are now coming to your position.
Yeah.
Because they realize they can't win without your votes, and you won't give them your votes if you think they are corrupt. Oh, I love it, brother. So all of you out there fighting to get money out of politics, fighting for progressive positions, keep it going, because you're stronger than you realize. You're in the middle of winning. Keep on pushing forward, because if we keep on doing this, remember, over 90% of the country agrees with us. They said that this was impossible, but now we're beginning to move that boulder. And at the end, we will get an amendment. We'll get our democracy back. Wolf-pac.com, if you think that's the right way to do it, by all means. If there's another group you like, sign up for that group. But whatever you do, don't stop, keep fighting, because they're now afraid of you, which is a great place to be. If you like this video, bless your heart. We got a lot more where that came from. We do a full show every day, Monday through Friday. Come enjoy it ad-free by becoming a member, tytnetwork.com/join.